I'm just looking for a chance.
Hello. Sorry I haven't been on YouTube for in retrospect it's not that long, but I post pretty frequently for this to be considered, I guess, a while, because I post like every 2-3 days. But as I'm sure you guys have already know, in light of certain events, I just don't feel like it was the right time to be posting, because I did have a get ready with me / vlog ready, but I don't know, I just felt like it was at the beginning of the video I was like, but then later on, as as many of my videos all progress and I'll get crazier, I just felt like it wasn't the right time. But I think we're okay now, for me personally, because I took his passing very seriously, because growing up listening to K-pop, SHINee was one of the first groups to they didn't get me into K-pop, but they were a pretty big influence, I guess, in K-pop in general. So seeing it on the news really hit me in a way I didn't think it would. I don't know. Anyway, I was supposed to record this Q&A a while ago, so I thought let's keep it a little bit more chill this time around. So I'll post to get ready with me this weekend or something. I got over 1,920 questions. So if I only do 10 for today, then that will leave me content enough for 192 videos. The way I'm gonna do is I'll give myself a time limit of 20 minutes, because I really don't want to spend that long editing this. And I think 20 minutes is a good enough time, I suppose, for a video. So I'll set a timer for 20 minutes and we'll see how many I can answer within the 20 minutes. All right, so this one is from Edward. At first I was like, did I write myself my own question? But no, this is Edward. Edward G is his username. If you could be a mixture of 3 drag queens, who would you be and why? You cannot say RuPaul or Soju. Kind of cheated. I thought about the answer before I started recording. Probably a mix between Trixie, because I already fucking thought, I swear, if you watch Drag Race, you already know. Or even what is it? Oh, with, Trixie and what's her name? Oh my god. Big fan, Katya. Then already fucking talk like Trixie, because I watched it so much that I pull out all the references. I laugh like Trixie, and I kind of had adopted her sense of humor in a way. Katya, because I am self-deprecating like her, and maybe Pearl, because Pearl is good looking out of drag. So all right, so number 2, Sayasno. Can I be your friend? Because I think you're so cool. I want to have a friend like you, because most of my friends don't like makeup or K-pop. Sure, why not? Next one is It's Fiki. What can I do to be famous on Insta? I'm desperate. Also love your aesthetics. If you're the type of person that's really looking to be famous somewhere, especially on the internet, you're probably gonna have a hard time doing that when you're trying really hard. For me, I was kind of just doing my own thing, and it just happened. I posted certain content that kind of helped me gain popularity, but I honestly, if you're trying to be famous, then you're it works for some people, but I don't know. This one's from Alicia. Since you know Wonho's mom, why can't you ask her to meet up with him? I met her. I don't really know her. There's a clear difference. I mean, we met up, but it's not hey bitch, what you up to? That's not me. I only met her the one time, and that's it. And honestly, I think that would be really weird. Here's the thing. I have a lot of connections within, and I'm not trying to be hey, I have connections, but I legitimately do have several ways of meeting many really popular idols, but I don't, because I just feel I don't want to bother them. And honestly, what would I even say to my one friend and be can I meet them, just hang out? I don't want to do that. So I tend to think of it as I don't want to bother them, because I'm sure even though I'm sure they love their fans or whatever, they do want their own personal time, so I don't want to intrude on that. This one is from Maddie Espy. What inspired you to become a YouTuber? Michelle Phan. I think I've answered that question so many times, and that's just my answer. This one is from Banana Pen. How tall are you? I'm 5'8". Kaylin in Trouble asks, why am I unlucky? I was at Disneyland for my birthday when you went, and I really want to see you. Oh, well, Disneyland's a big fucking place. I don't know how, that's one of the things. I don't want to be oh, hey bitches, I'm over here. I didn't want to make it a huge deal. Honestly, I was in California for vacation, so that's why I really didn't have a meet and greet or anything. And I don't want to be hey bitches, meet me up here, because I would want to spend time with my friends. And I don't want to bother them by just being hey guys, can you hold on for 3 hours? I'm gonna have a meet and greet. So sorry that you need to see me. Girl, are we gonna get travel vlogs or nah? Probably not. Maybe a little bit, but I'm not. This is not a travel channel. I'm just a YouTuber in Korea. I do beauty, and that's about it. In general, vlogging. I know a lot of people love my vlogs, but that's not, because I'm not like a traveling type of person. That's even in my vlogs, you guys know I'm just like here I'm eating this, but like I don't try so hard. Like I probably should be. I've been thinking of starting to do more videos about like showing different places in Korea, but I in general don't like traveling. I've said that many times. I hate traveling. Even if I travel, I'd just rather stay in the hotel and something and be like, what the fuck, why even? But that's always been up to me, so I'm not fucking changing for anyone. Just kidding. Nicole asks, when did you discover Monster X and when did you know that Wonho was your bae? Love you. Thank you, Nicole. Love you too. When did I discover Monster X? I discovered them 2 years ago when Koro came out. My friend had invited me to a fan sign. At the time, I was like, what the fuck is a fan? Oh, I knew what a fan sign was. I've never been to one, so I was like, yeah, sure, why not? Bitch, when they came out, they came the fuck out. They were like angels in like the light. Because they're wearing all white and they're all really like pale skinned, so the bright lights already like, it was like blinding at some point. Of course I was just like, oh, they're good looking, but then I decided to like look into their music. Luckily that song I really liked, so that helped me get into them more. If it had been a song I didn't really like, I probably wouldn't have gotten into them because in general I don't really like boy group songs that much unless it's like extremely catchy. Then Wonho, I knew about him since he was an Earjang, you know, those like online models. Or not even really models, but just like people that are popular online for being really pretty. So when I found out he was in the group, I was like, I had a little bit more of an interest in that way. That kind of like was a little, what's the word? Not segue. But that was basically like the little hook that got me like, oh, he stands out to me because I knew him from before. Because I was a really big fan of him as an Earjang, but then he like disappeared and next you know, he's like this big beefcake. This one is from Flora Emogen. Eddie, your skin is looking so awesome lately. What do you think helps most to clear your complexion while living in the city? Thank you, Flora. I know a lot of people are like, what the fuck? No, it's not. But it definitely has improved because especially from that, the Naked Face AHA cream. That was a bitch the first month because it like fucks your skin up, but it definitely gets better. But you have to keep using it or else your skin kind of reverts back to how it was. But that definitely helped clear a lot of like, because you guys know my main issue is like acne scarring. A lot of people still think I have acne. I do have a breakout every now and then from like maybe diet or a product that doesn't agree with my skin, but with the presence of acne scarring, a lot of people think that I just have acne still in general, but it's really just like whatever's left from the scarring or the acne that I had. But definitely the AHA cream, and also like every morning and night I use like the peeling pads, the pads that have like the acidic toner on it to help exfoliate my skin. Even though my skin has like all the bumps and like the pits, I can say that my skin is really smooth and soft and supple. It's not, you know. So definitely get into acidic toning if you haven't already. This one's from Roberta. Would you be close friends with a subscriber? I have met some subscribers that I'm friends with. It's just like, to be completely honest with you, it does get a little difficult though, especially at where I am now, because you don't necessarily know what people's intentions are. And to be frank with you, growing up and getting older, I realized that I can't be friends with everyone because emotionally, for anyone really, it's not just me, but as you get older, you know, well, that probably is not the case for everyone, but as you get older, you realize that you do get a little, you can't be like, because you know, especially when we were younger, so you remember on Tumblr, when people are like, well, if you need help, I'll always be here, anyone, you know, we can be friends, and that's great and everything, but as you get older, you realize you can't be giving away yourself, like you can't spread yourself too thin, basically, and I feel like for me, I prefer to invest more of my time in like really meaningful friendships. And I do have a lot of really meaningful friendships. It's just that I can't be friends with everyone, you know what I mean? And that probably sounds like I'm being a bitch or whatever, but it's just something that you realize over time. And it's not like I don't want to be friends, it's just that I don't want to create a friendship where like you're like, you never fucking text me, but I'm like, I'm just busy, you know what I mean? This is Chupa Chups, by the way. They have a soda. Literally, I'm the only one that ever buys it in my convenience store. They're like, oh, the same. This one is from Maddie SB. If you're not a YouTuber, what do you think you'd be doing right now? I don't really know. Before I came to Korea to work here, which eventually led me to doing YouTube full time, I was studying. I was in universe. I was in community college, bitch. I was doing basics at the time, but I thought I wanted to get into video game design, so maybe video game design because I'm really into video games. But other than that, I have no idea, to be honest. I don't really, things like that I don't really think about, because for me personally I think it's like a waste of time, but maybe video game design, doing something there. This one is from Steffi. Will you ever visit the Philippines again? And if so, are you planning to have a meet and greet? Love you. I actually was supposed to go to the Philippines in November to have like a meet and greet that was hosted by Clio, but it never happened. I think it was moved to next year. So yeah, I'm definitely visiting that place, the Philippines. And yeah, when I go, I'm gonna have a meet and greet. So this one's from Ivy Life, I believe. Ivy Life. What do you think of the price of Kylies new brushes? Are you going to test them? I know, like, 난리 났어 on the internet. Like, it, like, fucking, everyone want fucking shat their pants. I think they're here's the thing. Obviously, they are extremely expensive, but to be honest, I'm not surprised because it's Kylie. She can charge for that amount. There's a lot of people going around like videos on like, what the fuck are these brushes? But from what I've observed, they seem to be, I think the real hairs, brushes that aren't synthetic, that are real like natural bristles. You can't be using any liquids with them. You need to use only powders on them. And I know some YouTubers were using like liquid foundation, and they're like, what the fuck is it? Because that's how all natural hair brushes will react with liquid foundations and liquid products in general. So that I'm not surprised by it. But I heard that they apply products that are like powder pretty decently. It's just that it's really expensive. But the thing is, if you don't like it, then don't fucking buy it. I mean, there's so many different other like brands that you can go to, you know what I mean? And I know there are gonna be some people like, well, Kylie's influencing young girls to spend all, but like in my head, I'm thinking these young girls are probably gonna be asking their parents. Well, I'm sure that if the parents are like, what the fuck? No, I'm not buying you $360 brushes. Was it $360? And if this little girl happens to have her own money to be spending, then shit, if she spent, it's her fucking money. Let her do what she wants with it. And if she finds that the brush sucks, well, it's her fault. A lot of times when things like this happen, I think it's hilarious that people overreact. When like at the end of the day, you can just choose not to like buy it. You know what I mean? Anyway, sorry, that was like long-winded. Feature the alien. Sorry, I'm like slouching now because I have to keep my posture straight. Not like me. Feature the alien. What's your favorite makeup brand? What your favorite makeup brand? My favorite makeup brand is a lot of people are gonna think Pony Effect. I don't like everything in Pony Effect. It's just I happen to use them a lot because I have a lot of their makeup. But I don't have like a number one favorite. I'm gonna give you several. I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna say Pony Effect, Clio, Anastasia. Yeah. This one's from Vic. What would you do when you saw Wonho? I got this question at my meet and greet actually. I just like every time I see a celebrity in general, I'll get really quiet and I'll hide in a corner. A lot of people think that from my videos I'm gonna like get all fucking crazy and like, but I seriously doubt that. I probably like, even like I said before, when I saw Hyungwon and Shonu in the street of my neighborhood, my friend was like, go say hi. I was just like, no, please no. So I would just probably break down and cry. No, not cry. I would just like get really shy. I would just like hide in the corner. That's me. Kubuk2 asks, tell me the most delicious cake you ate in Seoul. My favorite, the cake that I always eat for some reason. I'm not super into cake, but if I do eat it, I usually at Tusum Place have this thing called the icebox cake. It's basically an Oreo cake. That's the cake I've eaten. I wouldn't say it's like my most favorite or the most delicious. No, it's pretty fucking good. Yeah, it's good. It's like a mix between like a kind of ice cream. There's no ice cream. It's like a cake, but there's like a really hard layer of, is it fudge? It's like a really like the firm layer of like Oreo cake. Anyway, you should try it. It's from Tusum Place. It's called the Icebox. Joel Whoop Whoop asks, what are good products to start with if you have never done makeup before and you're a guy so you don't want to make it seem obvious? I think a good product to try, if your skin tone is right for it, if you're on my skin tone and maybe slightly more tan, something like the anything like whitening creams, people are gonna get triggered by that. Tone up creams, the creams that kind of brighten your complexion a little bit. Those are actually, a lot of them, especially nowadays, the ones that come out are like really thin and don't feel like makeup. So you blend them in, it's like blending in a moisturizer or a lotion, and it helps kind of brighten up your skin tone. And a lot of times sometimes I'll just wear that and maybe concealer for my under eye dark circles. And so I think those are really good for guys that want to even out the complexion, I guess. But if your skin tone either doesn't fit it or you need a little bit more coverage, because the coverage on that is really light, because it's not really a foundation, it's just like a cream that brightens your skin tone. Maybe something like the Etude House double lasting foundation. It's one of those products that can look like makeup on your skin, but you only need a tiny bit, and it's more of like a matte finish, so it'll look more natural, I guess. And so you can use a little bit, but that little bit will definitely go a long way, and the less makeup you use, the more natural it looks. So that one, and then just brow pencil, I suppose. Depending. If you have brows like mine where the hairs are kind of flat against the skin, a brow pencil should be fine. But if you have the kind of hair like a lot of guys do, where this is the skin, right, and then the brow hair kind of grows like sticking outwards from the skin, and it's more sparse where you can definitely see the skin under your brows, maybe a brow powder or an eyeshadow powder, maybe that would look more natural on you. That's what I tend to use on guys that have like that kind of specific brow hair. Then Leela asks, what was your first impression of makeup and why did you start using it? My first makeup product was a Maybelline concealer, and when I first got it, I was obviously too shy to like, because it was like the kind of packaging where you can't see the color properly. It was just like light and light medium. So I asked the store associate. I asked the girl working, like, can you like color match me? I'm like very similar to like my sister's skin tone. And she was like, yeah, yes. And she was just kind of holding the tube up. She's like, I guess this one. I tried, bitch. It was way too fucking light for me. In retrospect, I probably could have worked it. I could have worked it because it was not too bright, but because I was only using it to cover my dark circles. Obviously, if I only have like a red face with like white under eyes, it would look weird, but I'm sure if I had to put foundation stuff, I could make it work. But I was like, what the, this is fucking stupid, why would I ever wear makeup? But after I learned more about how to properly apply makeup, then clearly it got better. And why did I start using it? To cover my dark circles. Actually, no. Usually I tell people, oh, it's to cover my acne, but it's really to cover my dark circles first, because I have really bad dark circles, if you can't already tell. Fiona Fan asks, where are you getting all these cute guys from? Friends, I guess. I meet a lot of friends through either events or like connections from within like either my company or friends of friends. In Korea, it's very often where you'd be like, oh, I have this friend that we can meet and we all hang out together. So that's just not a Korean thing. It's like anywhere really. AJ asks, dude, what is it like to bleach your hair for the first time? It is terrifying because you don't know how it goes, and what I've noticed is a lot of people get scared, so they don't leave the bleach in long enough because they're too scared that their hair will fall out, so they'll wash it, and they'll end up with like a really brassy yellow or like an orange, and they're like, what the fuck is this? But it's just a matter of experience, and definitely I would do it at a salon if you can. At home can be a little daunting. Nicole asks, how is life? It's alright. It's a little crazy right now because there's a lot of things going through my head, not just about like the thing that happened this week, but like what I want to do with my channel. I mean, it's still going to be K-beauty, it's still going to be like vlogs and stuff, but like the kind of content I want to make, and bitch, that's when you fucking know. That's when you fucking know. And then but yeah, as you guys have already noticed, I've kind of transitioned away from like idol makeup because, oh, will you look at that. Let's answer maybe like, I'm at number 23, let's answer to number 25, so an even number. But yeah, life is just okay for now. Phoebe Vu asks, hi Eddie, will you ever make more lookbooks because boy, your style is on point. By the way, I love your videos, please never stop making them. Also, please keep being you, all your fans will love you no matter what. Oh, thank you, that's so sweet. Oh, that probably sounds so fucking fake. No, I promise I meant it. Lookbooks are fun, but they're really stressful to make because they're a lot of work and planning. For me, in the style of a lookbook that I like to film, at least, I could probably just make it really fucking simple and just put a camera like right here and just like stand in front of it for like 3 seconds for every outfit. But I really like the Duck Dive. Shout out to Duck Dive lookbook that I filmed, but I don't know, it depends on the way I want to film it. But the thing is, I'm not really a fashion person, and I change my style so often that literally, as soon as I show the outfits in that lookbook, I will never wear them again. So I don't know. All right, last question. Nayla asks, if you could change one thing in your life, what would it be? That's a good question. My body, maybe. I am too damn skinny. I was supposed to start working out tomorrow, but I had to push it back to next month. Yeah, I don't like being so skinny. I know a lot of people are like, what the fuck? You know, if I could be, but the thing is, I guess people just want what they don't have. It's nice to be skinny, I guess, sometimes, but I'm like really skinny to like, at Mean Grease people will tell me like, you need to eat, Edward. If I have to be this skinny, then maybe like a shorter neck. I know also some people are like, oh my god, your neck is so fabulous, but I don't. I look like, what's that one meme with like the guy that took a picture at like the college party and it's just his neck and head so he looks like a dinosaur. So that was only 25 questions out of the 1,920. I'll leave the rest for other Q&As because I actually don't do Q&As that often, and every time I do, I'm like, I haven't done one in so long, so at least we have more questions to ask. for future ones. But sorry I've been gone for several days, but I hope you guys have been doing good. And I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.
For the ways my life could have gone wrong, and I say a prayer, thanks that I've never stopped pushing on.